Oh shit. Here we go again. It's your boy Crow. I'm up early this morning, like in my living room and shit, in my little lounge here, like in the sun and shit. Well, not really in the sun, just looking at the sun, just in the morning and shit, gazing. Anyway, man, what can I basically start? I don't really know what I want to talk about. I don't pre-plan none of these videos really. Like, I don't write them down. I don't know nothing. I just kind of like go in and like talk. I don't know. I guess really what I want to talk about, man, is taking care of yourself. Like, especially like for like a fellow artist or a fellow producer, like taking care of yourself and shit, man. Like, it's so many ways you can take care of yourself, and I mean, there's financially, there's physically, and there's mentally. Like, those are the three main ways that I at least know off the top of my head. But like, man, like so many people neglect like their mental health, just like they neglect their physical health and shit. And I mean, it's also possible for you to neglect your financial, like you know, your financial health. I guess, like because I know what I'm saying, like financial health, because like financial is like not like a health, I guess, but like man, like how can I explain this shit? All right, man. When I say like financial health, like I don't really mean financial health. I mean your financials, but technically you can be financially unhealthy and all of that stuff. Like it is possible. Like some people feel financially unhealthy, like if they don't have money, and some people feel financially unhealthy if like they have a lot of money and they just mentally not healthy. Like it's like so many ways, but I feel like man, like those three ways of like taking care of yourself physically, financially, and mentally and shit, man. Like they all go hand in hand. And like I don't know, like I grew up like seeing my parents like work a job. Well, my like mainly my mama specifically and shit. I grew up seeing my mom work a job, and I remember like like never wanted to do that shit because I was like man, she used to never like want to go to work, and like man, like like I still like work regular jobs here and there. Like I'm like started one today and shit this morning. Like I really don't want to do that shit, but it's like man, like more and more, like out here in the Midwest and Indiana specifically, man, everybody got this workman's mentality, and like there's really like not a lot of lanes for like the shit that I'm doing. So it's like man, I like the shit that I'm doing, like I just gotta like come into my own way, and then just continue doing that shit, like with my clique and like just me and shit, man. Cause it's really like the music that we making out here and just the stuff that we doing, bro. Like it's not too far off, but it's like in the Midwest, a lot of shit just get here late, bro. Like I don't know, like it's just like everybody has a job in this mentality, but like it's like a job is mentality. Everybody has a worker's mentality. But I would say more than anything, like, everybody wants to be better and everybody has that, like, pay me mind state and shit. So, because it's like everybody is, like, constantly always, like, in a state where they feel like they struggling. But, like, man, like, I guess mentally, bro, you gotta make sure you take care of yourself mentally, man. Like, because you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be like sitting here depressed. Like, one thing that I do is like, I don't do this all the time. Like, I can't remember if I said this already. I medit, like, I do meditate like every so like often and shit. Like, I don't, do it consistently a lot like I should. But that's like me. But like, I mean, meditation is a good way to stay like, mentally healthy. You constantly like, in your thoughts of negativity, reverse it and like instead be in positivity. And I guess like man, physical like taking your care of yourself physically is exercise, but more importantly, bro, like it's like going out in the nature, like it's going outside, bro. Like it's doing a whole bunch of like different things than just like working out and being a buff dude. I feel like there's a lump on my head or something, but like man, it doesn't. I'm gonna hide that shit. But nah, man, like there's so many ways that you can take care of yourself, like and like it's just It's just taking care of yourself and shit. Like man, like so many people, harm themselves and all of this shit, and so many people like want to hurt themselves, but so many people like hear the word, like hear other people telling them they should take care of themselves, and then they just never understand that shit, and mainly because it comes from people like with like like within like a high ass tone, like or an angry ass tone, because people aren't taking care of themselves, and it's like if you find yourself telling another person to take care of themselves, you're gonna be angry because you're gonna be wondering why, like why aren't they doing that? Because you feel like you have to do that, but it's like it's hard. Like it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing, like like it's like what I'm starting to see, man. It can be a hard thing, like like taking care of all these things in your life all at the same time, whether like you working 9 to 5 and you got bills or you got kids and shit, bro. Like taking care of yourself like through it all, bro, is like most important. Like it doesn't really matter, like because man, once you fall down, the job falls down. Once you fall down, if you got kids and all of that shit, bro, like I mean, they gonna see you fall and then they gonna want to learn how to fall down, bro. Like kids who grow up like not having no money and all of that shit, bro. Like they grow up really like seeing like their parents like stress over money, depend or like maybe they don't grow up like that. All I'm saying is like it's all conditioning, and like you can I think like just from my experience I think like you can recondition your mind like the same way how you think of all this negative shit that's going on in your life right now. Like you can look at it for what it is right now, and then you can look at it and be like, at least I can do some shit about it. You feel me? Some people feel like they really can't do shit about it. Some people just spiral out on drugs, and then they see themselves like doing it, and then they just don't. I feel like I always like go through that all the time. Like when I smoke weed, but like my bad, I'm hearing shit. But like man, like I feel like I go through that shit all the time when I like smoke weed. But like man, like that's just weed. Like it is. Like gateway drugs is a whole nother topic. Anyway, man, like take care of yourself, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like mentally, if you feel like you stressed, you take a minute, sit there, relax, reset and shit, man. Like do some meditation and shit. Like really think about positivity, man. It's okay to like think about negative shit, but just don't let that shit pollute and cloud your mind. Like and just because everything around you is just gonna be negative at that point. Like you have to acknowledge it and then like also move forward and then figure out what you can do positively. Like that's the main thing that you can do. It's fucking fly in here, bro. I fucking hate these things. Anyway, man, not just like shit mentally though. But like man, if you lacking money and you like you trying to rap and you just trying to like get your shit off and all of that stuff, man. Like it's okay to go work a job. Like don't let that shit stress you out. Like man, don't man. I'm having flies in here and shit. Anyway, don't let that shit stress you out though, man. Like I'm being funny as hell, but like man, don't let a regular ass job like stress you out. Because man, if you want to do something and you bigger than the job, just know that you're not gonna be at that job forever, man. Because it's been plenty of times I said, man, I'm not gonna be doing this job forever or doing that job forever. And even though I'm finding myself like doing like other jobs, like bro, like I don't want to end up in them shits forever, bro. And like as far as physical, I'm like a skinny dude, like so. I mean, I'm not in the greatest shape, but I mean, just because you fat doesn't mean you're not in the greatest shape either, man. It just means that you just have like a chance to start to get in the greatest shape if you don't feel like you in good shape at all. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you in bad shape, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing that the cars be in bad shape too, and then they get fixed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you gotta think of yourself as a car real quick. If you want to get in shape, just get in shape. I mean, you ain't gotta like be buff as fuck, bro. Just go outside, get in nature and all of this shit, get in the sun. Like, man, I'm not trying to sound like no spiritual motherfucker, but like so many people tell me to take care of myself, and you know what? Like, those people have like they own like meaning behind that, like in their reality and stuff. But like, man, it just depends on like how you look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, depends on if Depends on how we look at that shit, you feel me? Like, that's all I'm saying. Just take care of yourself, man. Like, really, like, really take time to yourself and take time to, like, reset, bro. Like, take time to, like, take stuff slowly. Take it, like, at a time. Like, just don't let things, let the things that you doing in your life make it feel like that you getting overrun and shit, man. Because once you start doing that shit, the job becomes stressful, your money becomes stressful, shit, all your relationships, your friendships become stressful. Shit, you even become stressful to yourself because you're going to be wondering around, like, why the hell you fucking up so damn much, man. So it's like, man, take time to yourself and really think about all, like, this shit, all this negative shit that you doing, but really condense it and then think about what it is like that you're doing positive and think about what it is that you can fix the negative things in your life, bro. Because let me tell you something, like, it doesn't really fucking matter. You gonna have something to be like upset about. It's just how this life, it's just how the fucking world works. It doesn't really matter, bro. You have like $1,000, you still gonna be upset about something. I don't know if it's like a bug, a fly, my bad. But anyway, bro, you gonna be upset about something, bro. So, like, the best thing that you can do to be able to battle through all the fucking stress and depression, my nigga, or distressing and shit, bro, like, just take care of yourself, man. And that's from Crow. That's from, like, Crow to you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take care of yourself, bro. Like, don't, or, you know, women too, man. Take care of yourselves and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Life is too precious, bro. I mean, life is a fucking, like, a laughable fucking thing. I ain't gonna say it's a joke. It's a laughable ass thing. But, like, man, it's too fucking precious. Like, you know what I'm saying? To just waste that shit and not really, take the time to sit there and value it when you feel like there's no value, you know what I mean? Just saying. But yeah, man, I'm gonna, like, let y'all go. This video like 12 minutes long and shit, man. Like, shit, man. Y'all know what the fuck to do, man. Don't listen to me. Listen to what yourself is saying to do better, you know what I'm saying? But I'm signing off, and remember, man, knowledge rules over wealth, my man. Hey.